From the state shows there's progress on state roads, even as traffic deaths remain a serious concern. So last year saw a decrease in traffic-related deaths, both here in Middle Tennessee and also statewide. That data shows. This morning, just wanted to give you kind of an insight of what that looks like. Of course, we've got that red stretch along there, about 3 miles that we had of backup. It's getting a little bit better here now that more folks are able to get on the roads this morning. Wanted to show you those drive times, though. If you are up early, have somewhere to go. 17 in from Antioch, though. 25 from Smyrna, so not horrible. It's something that is clearing, but just a heads up, not going to be smooth sailing right into downtown if you are coming in maybe a little bit closer to Rutherford County this morning. The Jennifer Report is brought to you by Ground Up Foundation Repair. Jennifer, it is a big day for BNA. It is the last day of peak travel. They're expecting a lot of people to be in and out of BNA, just heading home from all of this big holiday stretch. So this top lane right here is what we have going into BNA. Been a nice steady stream so far this early in the morning. Of course, expecting that to ramp up a little bit later and especially this afternoon. Just a heads up, since this is the peak day, they're not expecting record-breaking numbers, but if it does get a little backed up over there, a little bit busy, you can always go one exit past that to 216B. This main exit right here is 216A, or you can use Murfreesboro Pike there along Donaldson Pike as well to get inside. But as of this morning, if you've got an early morning flight trying to catch, got someone to get to the airport, no issues there. We do have a crash wrapping up 24 West coming into town from the southeast side of town. You can see just a little bit of yellow still down there. That's near Haywood Lane. I'll have more details coming up that in just a few minutes. But other than that, that crash map on this Friday morning is all clear. The traffic report is brought to you by Electronic Express. Is clear, but I still do have that crash along 24 West clearing. Wanted to show you what that looks like if you are just tuning in or maybe wanted an update on that. 24 West at Haywood Lane, you can see we've got it all moved over to the right shoulder. This is a situation where we had two separate crashes right in the same spot around Haywood and Bell Road on 24 inbound. They happened within 30 minutes of each other. First one reported around 3:30, second one around 4. We know that several people were taken to the hospital in these crashes. Traffic now, though, is moving inbound, doing okay. Those drive times have gone back to normal, even though we still have a little bit of a scene here with police. They're working to get that car, the cars involved, towed out. Thankfully, one of those scenes has already cleared. Still just working on this last one here. But other than that, that's the only thing that we're watching this morning. Here's a look downtown, 40 West for that. Looking at our crash map this morning, 5:38. We do have a brand new injured crash up in the Madison area. This is going to be right in front of Madison Church of Christ, Gallatin Pike North and Old Hickory Boulevard. Just a heads up for folks up there. It's a injury crash, so you're probably going to see a lot of lights there. Take time to clear. That was just reported about 10 or so minutes ago. Other than that, coming into town all nice and clear. Here's a look north side 65 at Trinity Lane, just past the 65-24 junction, having no issues. Nice dry roads early this morning. As for that crash that we were watching, 24 West at Haywood Lane, an injury crash that sent several people to the hospital. That has since cleared. We had a big scene here for the past hour and a half, but that traffic, even though this camera is a little bit blurry from TDOT this morning, you can see all those headlights coming into town. And if you're going towards Rutherford County in the eastbound lanes, no issues there. Wanted to show you those drive times. Really nice out there. Our stop-to-go traffic signals are all in the green this morning, regardless of where you're coming from. That's something that really was expected as we're just at the final tail end of all that holiday travel here on January 2nd. And look at this. Sky 5 is up. This really easy roads. If you are driving back, of course, BNA is expecting one last peak day today. But if you are driving back home, here's a look at what we're seeing right here in Tennessee. 252 is the average statewide. This morning from AAA, Henry County actually has the cheapest gas you can find per gallon at $2.34. So as long as you're somewhere around that range, unfortunately, we're seeing high numbers per usual in Williamson County, a little over $3 per gallon. But just keep that in mind if you are traveling. Again, just expect it to be pretty light on the roads. Really nothing major. Some people returning back to work for just one day this week. Others will come back on Monday where we see a lot more of that congestion. As of right now, those drive times having no issues. Nikki D, we are loving how dry it is. Visibility is really nice. Really nice start to this Friday of the new year. I mean, the entire intersection. They actually have some cones. We have Sky 5, though, up in Madison. If you are just tuning in following an injury crash, we have reported Old Hickory Boulevard and Gallatin Pike. You can see all the flags flashing lights here. We have several cars involved in this. At least one injury is reported here in just a very big scene of debris. That's why, as of right now, police have Old Hickory Boulevard when it comes to getting in and out of the airport. We've had a long stretch here. BNA said this whole time they weren't expecting any kind of record-breaking numbers, but that the day after New Year's Day, which is today, January 2nd, they were expecting to see an influx of people coming in and out. So if you were heading to the airport today, just expect a little bit more traffic there, foot traffic inside, and also congestion around there. This morning, though, looks really nice, and you can see from the stage shows there's progress on roads, even as traffic deaths remain a serious concern. So last year saw a decrease in traffic-related deaths, both here in Middle Tennessee and really statewide. So this data actually have not had too many issues. We did have a crash a couple hours ago on 24 heading into town. That has since cleared. I do have that crash continuing up in the Madison area, Old Hickory Boulevard and Gallatin Pike North, where we are just waiting for that scene to be cleared. That was an injury crash. One person probably taken to the hospital with that one. 2 cars involved. Other than that, this crash map has remained clear. That's what we really like to see. But again, we know that a lot of people are off. Schools out in the area, just really helping all those drive times. I want to show you those before you head out from news on this Friday. But you do raise a great point. A lot of people are going to be filling up in the next couple of days as they're getting back in their car. Maybe they've been able to stay home for a little bit, not have to go too far, and realize that that tank needs some gas. Here's a look from University. Just so light out there. All of that that flow. Just not a lot of cars out there whatsoever. Those drive times are reflecting that. Nikki D, 17 from Smyrna, and under half an hour. Really nice from Murfreesboro. A lot of us make some big goals to change things, especially like fitness, but sometimes we don't stay on track. So this year, we'll want to help you with that. With the mulch, I did that a couple of times in high school where you have all the mulch, you're putting it on the trail, and you would not believe how much mulch it takes to just fill a small portion of a trail. I mean, oh my gosh, so much. So
but we have on our website all the locations in Davidson County, as well as locations in Montgomery County and elsewhere where you can take your tree, your real tree, not your artificial one, your real tree to be recycled there.
Well, if you saw it yourself.
No, we're on baby watch though.
Yes.
So excited.
I know, we still got several weeks. Not that close, who knows, but hopefully cooking a little bit longer.
All right, thanks for joining us. Have a